Hi, I'm Richard from Taxwise Accounting in Sale, Manchester. I'm going to talk about Xero accounting software. Great piece of software used by a lot of our clients. One thing I've noticed when working with businesses that use Xero is that there are quite a lot of features that people don't know exist. So in this short video I'm going to show you some of these features or ways of doing things that I quite like and that I use myself. Now, first of all, very simple feature that's quite well hidden but can be useful, and that's the inbuilt calculator. So when you're entering a bill or generating a sales invoice, in any of the number input boxes there's an inbuilt calculator. So in here 100 times 200 is 20,000. You can enter sums straight into these boxes. You can do this on the screen where you're generating a new invoice. You can do it on the bill generation screens, spend money screens, journals. It's particularly useful when you're giving a discount because Xero insists on you entering the discount as a percentage. So, for example, let's say we're going to bill for a product that's 125 quid and we want to give a £15 discount so that the customer pays 110. So instead of opening up a calculator or Excel, we can use this spare box here to work out the percentage discount needed. So we'll do 115 divide 125, enter, and that tells us that we need to give a discount of 12% to bring the price down to 110. So yeah, I'm not going to spend any longer on that. It's very simple. It's there if you need it. So next, bank reconciliations. Now most people, not everybody reconciles their bank daily. Some people leave it a few days, a week. I've seen this number here well into the hundreds. So they can mount up. Now most people will sit and go through each transaction one by one. However, there is a much quicker way of doing this that allows hundreds of transactions literally to be reconciled very, very quickly. So instead of going through them one by one, we click on the cash coding tab here. Now this brings up all the unreconciled transactions in a table, quite similar to Excel. So we want to sort these transactions into alphabetical order. Do that by clicking on any of the headings. So we're going to click the description heading. That's sorted these transactions into alphabetical order and group them all together. So in this case I know that premium credit, let's take for example, I know that the premium credit payments are insurance. So we'll tick the first premium credit, we'll hold down the shift key, tick the last premium credit to select them all. We'll type in a payee name, tab, we'll code it to insurance. It knows that this is an exempt expense for VAT. Save and reconcile. Sometimes takes a couple of seconds to do this, and there 20 transactions were saved and reconciled successfully. So you can carry on going through the list and you can literally get through hundreds of transactions very, very quickly. Now one point to note here, Xero will have found a potential match for some of these transactions. So we need to be selecting this checkbox here, show lines with suggested matches. So what this does is this places a green tick, okay, beside any transaction where there is a potential match that the Xero has found. So for example, this 618,750 that was deposited into the bank account, Xero's found a match for it, and that's almost certainly going to be an invoice that already exists in the software, matching that amount. So it's important to tick that box, and any transactions with a green tick, leave those and reconcile them in the normal way. But yeah, really good way of bashing through a lot of bank transactions that need reconciling. Okay, so next, for people who generate and send out their own sales invoices. Now, Xero provides you with a standard template, a branding theme, as Xero calls it. This gives you the option to put your logo on the invoice template. You can edit or add custom text, enter bank details, for example, but that's about it. You can't really edit the invoice much further than that using the standard template. So if you want to add a bit more customization, for example, you want your logo to appear bigger or smaller or in a different place, or you just want to edit the template in any way, you can do. You click on new branding theme here, and you want to be selecting custom.docx. We'll give the template a name. Okay. Then we scroll right down to the bottom of the page, and you will see your new invoice template there. Now, what this does is, well, first of all, we'll click download. Right. So we'll download the templates. What this is doing now, this is downloading a zip file containing Xero's standard templates for invoices, credit notes, statements, POs, quotes, etc. In Microsoft Word format, so that you can edit them. So we need to extract all, and then open up UK invoice. Now, I don't have Microsoft Word on this laptop, but you get the idea. It gives you the Word template there. You can play about with it, edit it, add images, insert fields, delete fields, etc. There are some rules as to what you can and can't do, and I will provide in the description for the video a link to a page that Xero provides that will give you some information on what you can and can't do. But you don't have to put up with the standard template. You can customize your own. Repeating invoices and bills. So if you have regular bills to pay, or particularly if you send regular invoices out to customers, then you can set up a repeating invoice or bill. Very easy to do. We go to the business menu, click on invoices, and then we select the drop down next to new invoice, and we click new repeating invoice. Right, so gives you the invoice generation screen as normal. We enter the date, due date 14 days after the invoice date, end date. If you want Xero to generate repeating invoices, say for 12 months, then you put an end date in there, but in this case we'll leave it until further notice. Put your customer's name in there. Reference. Now you can use the placeholders here, so you can put week, month, year, and that will pull through those placeholders. So for example, if I was sending out an invoice, I could put fees for, insert placeholder, month, year, and that will put the month and year of the invoice date. Right, so bear with me. Fill out the description as you normally would. Quantity, unit price, and what we want to do, select a branding theme. Now, save as draft, approve, and approve for sending. Now, the difference with these three options: save as draft, you will use that, or you want to use that, if the transaction is going to vary. So you can edit it before it goes out to the customer. Right. Approve, this will post the invoice to the outstanding payments tab, but it won't send it out to the customer. Now, approve for sending, if you select this radio button, I think they're called, aren't they? If you select that, what it will do, it will bring up this edit message box where you can edit the email that goes out together with the invoice to the customer. So by default it says, hi, contact name, here's July 2019 invoice number for currency code, invoice total without currency, yeah, the amount outstanding of X amount is due on due date. View and pay your bill online, etc. You can change that, or you can leave it as it is. I'd normally tick the box include PDF attachment, and I usually tick that box there, send me a copy also. So you don't have to, but then each month thereafter it's going to create and automatically send out the invoice, the same invoice each month to the customer. If you don't want it to go automatically, as I say, you can just click approve or save as draft, but you don't normally use that if you're going to be amending the amount or any other variable. So yeah, it's there, you may as well use it. I use it, why not? So next, invoice reminders. Now, Xero will, if you ask it to, send out periodic payment reminders to customers. So all you have to do is turn reminders on by going to the business menu, selecting invoices, and clicking this bit of text here. Invoice reminders are currently off, so we click that and it will bring you to this screen. So we're going to check the box, email customers when an invoice is. By default, there's an email for when an invoice is 7 days overdue, 21 days overdue, and you can add another one for maybe 28 days overdue or whatever. So we'll leave it at 7 days for now, and we're going to edit the email that is going to be sent out to the customer. So we'll click edit. Now, send if an invoice is overdue by 7 days. Right, so let's change that to 14 days. You can change the text, you can insert placeholders again. Thanks for working with us. Your bill was due on due date. If you already paid it, please ignore this email and sorry for bothering you. Save, include a link to the PDF invoice. You can select that if you want to include a link. Select that if you want to include a link to view the invoice online. And you can also tick the box and put an amount in below which you don't want reminders to be going out. So you don't want to be sending reminders out if somebody's underpaid by 6 pence. You don't want to be sending out reminders for that, really. So it's preset at £1. You can change that to whatever you want. Maybe we only want an invoice, an email to go out when an invoice is 14 days overdue, and we don't want this 21 days email to go out. That's fine. So we'll click edit and we simply click delete down there. So once we save this, any customers who have an invoice that's outstanding over 14 days, that customer will receive an email just chasing them up. So, you know, why pay somebody or sit there yourself chasing up, emailing customers, chasing outstanding payments when the function's there? So, you know, why not use it? Another thing I want to mention, which is useful, some people don't know about, if we're going to be invoicing a customer who we've previously invoiced, right? So let me show you. I'm using the demo account. Now within this demo account there is an invoice which I created earlier, Taxwise accounting for 150 quid, right? So we've selected that. This is the invoice that's previously been created and sent out. It might have been paid, in this case it's not, but we want to invoice that customer again. Obviously we can go to the plus menu, create new invoice, type in their contact details, we can re-enter the text, payment terms, etc. But it's slightly quicker to open up a previous invoice that you've done for that customer and then to go here, invoice options, copy to, and this brings up the box here, create it for a copy of the invoice to Taxwise accounting, or you can create the same invoice. What happened there? You can create the same invoice and copy it to a different customer. So that's ABC Furniture. Copy, and that will then bring up an invoice to, there we go, ABC Furniture, containing the same text that was in the invoice that we've copied from. It's a very simple tip. You may already be doing this, but it's a lot of people don't know that function is there, and that's why I mentioned it. So one other thing that I use a lot, and that is this search magnifying glass here. Now I'm using the demo account, and for some reason it doesn't work in the demo account, but it's a search box. It's very powerful. I know that a lot of people think, oh well, it probably won't find what I'm looking for. It's really good. You can enter an amount in there, names, and it will find what you're looking for. So I use that an awful lot. I think that's about it for now. So hopefully you found some of the tips useful. If you need any help or have any questions, please drop me a line. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.